Hello, children. Hello. My back was killing me earlier, so I did not do anything. And probably no one even realizes that I'm on right now, but that's okay. Because I've currently got a calliope, and she is monopolizing my hands. And then we are going to find one of the drawing pads and just kind of start drawing. Hello, black cats. Hello. Hello. Gotta pull out stuffs. Because we went through drawing pads last time. I remember seeing one of my old ones had like literally plenty of drawing space still in it. I missed last night's stream. Well then, you are in luck because you're not missing today's stream. And by the way, guys, I was right. Last week's stream. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Jade. I'm so happy you'll have had a day. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Here's what I will tell you. Papa YouTube got me because of those brief 2 seconds of nudity that flashed on screen. That video got demonetized. Last week's live stream. I was like, well, shit. Of course it did. Hello, Jamaria. Long time no talk. Hello. How is everyone doing? I had overtime yesterday. Yucks. That's trash. Well, I mean, excuse you, sir. Chris. I am not late. Everyone else was simply early. So says I. If you were on my stream last night, however, you guys know I was talking about these 2 dash hounds that got onto my property. And I've been waiting for freaking animal control to get back to me about them. And I was going to call them this morning. And I'm talking literally as I woke up. I still haven't posted this picture of Azrael. And I'm so damn proud of it, too. I really should. I should post that soon. Made that for Michelle. This is my current year fall image that I still haven't posted. This is a commission someone got for me that I never got to send to them. God almighty. I'm just a fucking mess. First thing, I got up to have my morning dookie. Okay? I got up. And I hear, while I'm in the bathroom, and like this was an authoritative like knock at the door. And I was still going potty. Like I had literally just sat down. And I was like, who the fuck is this? So I get on the camera and I'm like, can I help you? And that's when I realized it was animal control. And I was like, oops. Whoops. And I had to tell her, I was like, I'll be out in a minute. I'm in the bathroom. So, I don't know if I've got a new drawing pad that I can do. I wanted to work on my floating heads because you guys had actually said you liked it, which made me really happy because I love my characters. So I wanted to start working on the floating heads today because big news. Well, I don't know if it's really big news. Hi, Hunty. It's big news for me. Okay. So yesterday when I went out with my boss, she and I had big discussions about what we were going to be doing with my hours. I am still going to be her assistant and all that jazz. But at the moment, the restaurant's hit a bit of a lull in terms of, it didn't get in the house, it got in the dog yard on the property, which was the problem. Do I have another drawing pad I can use? I might. Anyways. But anyway, so I've got some news. My boss and I sat down and we talked. Because we know that if I put the right amount of work into content creation, I can stand to make at least a good chunk of cassiola, right? It's going to take obviously some work. I got to build myself up. I got to make sure I got stuff coming in and out, and I'm consistent. But I know, this was the one. This was the one that had some taste. I found it. Someone remind me to buy another mix. Hunty, you're always in my inbox. Do you know what time it is? It's only 6 o'clock for me. Don't know what you're talking about, Choco. It's perfectly early. It's perfectly early. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, is this what I've been? Oh my god, I've been looking for this for forever. Oh my god. Should make sure I put it on that side up because it's got personal information. Anyways. So I spoke to her. We came to a decision that for most of the week, I am not going to go to work in the morning. And what I'm instead going to do is do content creation in the morning. Please, I'll support the whole gosh darn channel. I just squatted 195. I can do it. Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to dedicate my mornings to content creation. And what that would mean is I'm going to make sure I'm doing more drawings and getting them done. But what I'm also going to do is make sure my videos are coming out. Starts on gaslighting her child. How fucking dare you, sir? See, this is, guys, I need to warn you. See, Chris, this is what happens when you unironically eat candy corn. You start just randomly accusing people of things. It's very gross. We need to pray for this man, okay? Pray for him. Anyways, so the idea is, for the time being, because the associate that we wanted to, because like, unlike most businesses, we don't simply tell an associate, you're going to change your scheduling. We ask them, okay? And so this associate, we needed to change her schedule. We asked her, we made sure she was okay with switching it up, and she was. And so how it's going to work is I don't go into work now until like 6 o'clock tonight. Okay? So as a result, I'm going to be more available for content creation during the day. Like, really available. So my goal is to get back into what I was before. It's not too late now. I want to get back into how my scheduling was before I started whatchamacallit. Before I started having to, like, you know, obviously go to work. Hi, Dylan. Hi, everybody. Hello. And so that is my aim at this exact moment, is we are going to be getting back to the Starson roots. You guys are going to get more of me. You're not going to get me in the evenings a lot. You only have an hour. No. I'm going to stream till like 8 o'clock, guys. Starman, I got to wake him up. You know, I drew this ages. Does anyone remember this? I drew this so long ago. Still pretty freaking proud of it. Does anyone remember this little cake cup that I drew? You don't earn an invite just by demanding it. I'm gonna get into this, Dylan. So this is something we are gonna talk about today, guys. We're gonna talk about this today. This is very upsetting. Hero, everybody. Hello, Ark. Hello, Bublito. Hello, Choco Hooligan. Fancy handle, right? I'm very proud of that handle. Like, this is one of the first times I had drawn filigree. I drew this ages ago. I might try to color this week. So my goal right now is I'm going to try to get a bunch of videos edited. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to get all of the art caught up. So the Mermaid, the Inktober. I'm going to start getting all my artwork back up. I'm going to start making sure that I am getting the content out so that maybe I can even monetize my Instagram, which would be nice. I'm trying to diversify my portfolio, if you will. Let me see. This one doesn't have any nudity in it, correct? Has the fleshling. I'm trying to find where the empty pages are, because I'm going to do a floating head. I don't know whose I'm going to do first. I'm going to do a floating head. This deer, I drew on a whim. I'm still really proud of him. I might line him at some point. I might. He's got a lot of intricate shit, like really intricate shit. Are you excited to get? I am, Christian, because while I greatly enjoy, and I very much enjoy my work at the restaurant. And as the assistant manager, it comes with a lot of responsibility, and my employees really, really rely on me, and we do a really good job. I need to make sure that I am making money everywhere. And currently, we at the restaurant just do not have enough funds to support me getting that much pay. We just don't. And so rather than me taking funds away from the restaurant right now that aren't needed to be taken away, it would be much wiser and much simpler on us all if I focus on where I know I can make money as long as I put time into it. Because what we're going to do is she's going to pay me for a few hours every day for the content I make for the restaurant at home. Because I'm not just going to be doing, like, I'm going to, like, if I can get the video done and edited before 1, then I'll spend the next few hours producing content for the week for the restaurant. Like, it's gonna be both. Like, I'm gonna make sure I make pictures, edit some stuff, follow trends. We've got to get the TikTok for the restaurant started. And what we're gonna try to do is my boss, in between her what she's taking care of at home, we're going to be coming to the restaurant together, me and her by ourselves when there's downtime, and filming food. Because although Honest Tom is an excellent worker, he is terrible at direction for the videos. I love him to death. Honest Tom, if you are watching this, I love you. But it's always because I'm going so quick and I'm making him nervous. He's like, what, huh? Whereas my boss and I, because we're such good friends, I'm like, bitch, move, put your hand. No, don't fucking do, no, shut, back up. Like, we can do that. And we operate on the same wavelength when it comes to that. And the last time I recorded, I was so mad. There was a dish that I was recording a progress video of. And what the progress video was, I was showing how we prepared the dish from start to finish. My phone glitched and it recorded everything in between. And that's right, Ark actually knows. Hold on, I gotta put that on screen. I was blistexing my mouth. Ark has actually witnessed us in action. And the two of us, when we fight, when we disagree, or even when I was like heavier, like, and wasn't as like, sadly, I would say I'm much more in shape now than I was at this time last year. And that's not really saying much, but still, she and I would be like, Tom sounds like a nice guy. Tom is an amazingly nice guy. I love him. He is the sweetest kid. When I tell you he's a unicorn, you're not gonna meet 19-year-olds like Tom in this day and age. You're just not. He is a rarity. You don't meet kids that are so willing to work, so willing to work hard, and so willing to try. And he just does. It was one place to work I loved so much, unless a coworker. Yeah. We don't have that much anymore. I want to meet him now. I will say he deserves his privacy. He's a very shy kid. You can ask Ark. He's a very shy kid. And but I do know that the only person besides Ark in this chat that has actually gotten to hear Honest Tom even speak is Choco Hooligan. Because he happened to be next to me when I was giving a voice message to her on WhatsApp. And he was there, and I was like, do you want to let them know who you are? Hey, no, it's not him. I'm not going to lie. So done with you. No, that's just his voice. That's just his voice. He just always sounds like very done, when in actuality he is such like a little kid. It's really cute. Like, we'll be in the middle of all talking. You can always tell when someone's the youngest sibling. You can always tell. Chaco, it's only wishful thinking on your part. I know what I know. And hello, Rachel. Where is that damn eraser? Looking for the eraser cartridge. There it is. Huzzah. I was looking for you. He just talks that way. I don't know how to put it. Here, go to school for art. Still not. You ain't getting one. Ain't no one getting an invite today. It's about me. It's about me. Mainly because I don't want to shout today. My head hurts. But, so yes, getting into certain things today. Let's start with the very sad. We all know that, whatchamacallit, Gothix, she had her account hacked. And the worst thing is, if you look on Twitter, guys, I have things to celebrate. What do you have to celebrate, sir? Are you finally becoming an American citizen? Gothix, if you look on the new name on her account, you will see that they've gotten another larger account that has like 948,000 followers on Twitter. And I don't know if that's the real person and they're making a shadow account, but how I found it is when I clicked on what is technically Gothix's profile, he had reposted. And it was to the original account. And I was just like, are you fucking serious right now? That one had like just an ask, but it made sense why. Not yet, but there's something else to celebrate. Are we expecting a new baby? No, stop trying to guess and invite me. Come on. Dude, I just want to draw. You gotta be. Here's the thing. I have no urge. It's been a very rough week. If I invite anyone on, I am in no mood for the bullying today. I've had a very rough week. So if I invite you on, don't be in a pain in the ass today. And I especially don't want whatever you were trying to bring up last night. I don't want it brought up at all. Do you understand? All right, I'm bringing you on. Some Canadian shenanigans, I bet. We shall see. Impossible, right? Yeah, I am. I mean, it's been a very long week, and I don't want to get into it, but it's been a long week. A lot of personal stuff. Yes, my fraud son. Hello. He goes through all that, and he can't even talk. He did. Yes, my fraud son. Hello.
Testing. Hello.
What happened? Why didn't your thing work?
I don't know. I had to switch browser. So, there's something to celebrate today.
Do tell.
Castro Jr. was found guilty of breaking the Chart of Rights and Freedoms of Canada.
So wait, what? Now here, okay. So before before I celebrate at all, because see, they have found Biden guilty of shit, and literally nothing came of it.
Yeah,
So
well, it's yet to
what is
come.
happening in Canada?
Well, technically, he should be removed from office. Like that's actually like what is supposed to happen. So we'll
Really?
see the next coming days what happen. His uh how do I say that without getting you banned? Uh his World War II Germany prime minister, uh the one that's right under him, like his vice president, uh she's already out there saying they're gonna be taking the court to court because they don't agree with with their
Are you
decision.
serious? They're gonna fight?
Yeah, they're gonna fight it, even though the Supreme Court found them guilty. 4 judges on the Supreme Court found them liable for what happened.
4 judges? Like how
And
you
we've got 5.
how you even try to fight that at that point?
You don't. You just try to shove it under the rug and keep your head.
What, Penny? What, Penny? We're talking about important political things here. What?
Come here, baby.
That's like Taco said, bruh.
Yep.
Bruh.
Yeah, they are actually going to bring the court to court to appeal their judgment. It's like they are the ones that are meant to keep you in line. You don't take them to court. They are the court. Fucking idiots.
I don't understand how they think they can get away with this.
Because it's been 8 years I've been getting away with money laundering, scams, and all that crap. So, but yeah.
Wow.
It just dropped today that they were found guilty, and basically the whole thing about the Freedom Convoy, when he used a War Emergency Act to curb
Which was
the
illegal.
protest.
Which was illegal.
Yep. So he was found guilty of abusing his power for that, neglecting to uphold the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Kitty!
Are you happy now, Penny?
And there's also an investigation into his response to the thing that happened for 2 years.
The panini. The Panera.
Yeah, the thing.
Kind of mom what dad says no, but in the same case, mom and dad, their side pieces say no. This is ridiculous, dude. This is so ridiculous.
Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, we'll see what goes on. But technically, he should be forced to step down or be removed from office from there, because that is actually like in our Charter of Right and Freedoms. If the Prime Minister is found guilty of breaking that,
I won't pretend that I have any knowledge about Canadian laws. I'm not going to even pretend that I understand them, because I know that a lot of them are just stupid as all hell anyway. But on top of that, like, I don't understand. Yes, this is you know. Oh, the plague. I thought you were talking about this. This is irony. I'm bringing up my my Covivi based character. I find that funny, and I'm bringing that I'm drawing her while you're bringing that up. But that's insane, dude.
He could be thrown in jail, but the thing is, as a prime minister, he does have some protections for that.
Does he?
Oh yeah, of course he does. But in the layman's term, he should be removed from office if he doesn't step down within a certain period of time.
Lico, I don't believe that Canada has the same restrictions on who can be president as America does.
No, we actually have no freaking restrictions. That's why we've been stuck for this guy for 8 years.
I was gonna say, like,
we don't have term limits either.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no term limits, and I don't believe, like, so in America, in order to become president, you have to you have to be an American citizen. Yeah. I don't believe in Canada you have to be a Canadian citizen.
No, you have to be a Canadian citizen. Yeah. But we don't have term limits. And the last elections, he actually lost but he made a deal with the NDP, which is Jagmeet Singh's party, the Socialist Party, to get their votes counted as their own votes for the Liberals. So he actually never won the freaking last election. Like, this is actually the definition of a banana republic. This is freaking crazy.
Lord help America, right? Like Canada, rather. I will tell you that I have friends that are Canadian, and some of them sip the juice, some of them don't. It depends on the subject on what they sip. I just personally am very glad.
I am not sipping anymore. I'm getting the frick out of here.
I don't blame you, sir. It's massively fucked, Natanya. This is the insane shit that I'm talking about. Like
take everything you know that is fucked in the US on the left of the political spectrum, amplify it by 10, and you've got Canada.
Right.
Take California, crank it up to 11. That's Canada.
Yeah. So for instance, last night, Horror, when we got off stream, she said, I gotta talk to you. And I was like, what about? And she goes, do you really think it's wise that we go to New York this year? And I was like, and I can't lie, I had thought about it. I had the same thoughts, but I was like, no, it's being a coward or not logical. But then I keep seeing the migrant crisis keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Oh yeah, here we give them $10,000 a month each.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Yeah, we've actually, not even joking. There was a reporter that was in a hotel that is used for quote unquote migrants.
Right.
And the people were complaining that they were not getting enough. They are getting housed in a hotel for free.
For free.
3 meals a day for free. And on top of that, they're given $10,000 a month. I don't make $10,000 a month, and I'll work 45 hours a week.
Like, it's insane right now what's going on.
And these people are complaining they don't get enough. I will fucking pack your bags for you and throw you out myself.
I'll tell you right now, I would not have to worry about what I'm making for content creation.
I know, right?
I was making $10,000 a month. I'll tell you that right now.
$120,000 a year.
I understand in certain industries and in certain areas. Because, like, I will say this. Because, all right, so you know ABBA and Preach. You know who they are.
Okay. Of course.
Whenever they do their content and they do these things with these girls, sit there and say, my man's got to make this much. And then I'll hear some other people say, like, 50,000 is poverty line. And I'm like, 50,000 is not poverty line.
that's average. That's
right.
A normal.
Whenever I hear someone say that, I'm like, do you understand that's not poverty line? But then I realize they're not talking about normal American areas. They're talking like that's poverty line in LA. That's poverty line in New York. Because the thing is, standard rent, we're not talking mortgage, standard rent in New York City is like
$1,600.
No, $2,500.
Oh yeah, so
we're talking like you're talking
as Toronto.
Like, right. So you're talking like just your rent for a small ass apartment, you are talking like $2,500 a month. All right. So when you put it in that perspective, right, and you realize that for me, my mortgage being $1,065 was a little bit of a kick to the gut. And when I told other people I know that are homeowners this, they were like, how did you get it so low? And I'm like, excuse you? And it is a matter of they keep basing the entire country off of just what the price to live in New York or San Francisco or LA or Dallas or Houston or Miami is. And that's the thing, like where I live, like, so again, I go over my boss. My boss, one of her best friends is a woman who lives in California currently. And she is bleeding money over there. She could not believe, because like a $400,000 house in California is like smaller than my house. Okay,
yeah, it's a shed.
It's a shed. But here, A $400,000 house gets you 14 acres. It gets you 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a full basement, an attic, extra buildings, all sorts of shit. And so she's currently selling her home in California and looking here because she cannot believe how lucky she is. But the only problem is you got to find a job that's going to hold up to that, because even if taxes are lower, sister, that $400,000 is still going to be an expensive mortgage. You're still talking that $2,500 a month, so you got to make sure you make it. Now, I'm not saying that you can't make that much here, but if you're looking for a job that's going to give you that much, you have got to, you got to show up for it. Best way. I don't even know how to say it properly, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. And also, since you brought up me moving to the US,
yeah.
I found something about 2 weeks ago.
Oh?
It's not a good news. So, Canada being a dystopian hellhole, once we get our American citizenship, we have to go to the Canadian embassy in Canada to revoke our citizenship.
Yeah.
That costs half of a yearly income.
Wait, I thought you said you could dodge that.
Oh, I am. Okay, I wasn't sure if I told you about it.
You did, but I
yeah.
Yeah, like revoking your citizenship is very common, but typically it doesn't cost you anything. You leave in the country.
In Canada they charge you 50% of your annual income, and so I was like, okay, do I have to pay upfront? And they were like, no, you can take a payment agreement. I'm like, okay, perfect. You're never going to see a fucking dime.
I would give them the account information to a bank that I'm about to shut down, and then I would leave and never come back.
Funny enough, that's my current bank account. I'm not taking that with me. I don't want to get paid in Canadian money once I'm in the US.
Is it true they call it the Goonie? I forget.
Huh?
I remember someone saying that there was like the Canadian dollar was like nicknamed the Goonie or some shit like that.
No, it's the loonie and the toonie.
Loonie, yeah, exactly. It's just as bad.
A loonie is $1 and a toonie is $2.
That's still bad. That's still bad. You literally nicknamed your own money.
It's like Western Ontario stuff. We never agreed on that. They made the decision. We just had to live with it.
Well, I'll tell you what, sir.
Tell me what.
I'll tell you what. I am glad you're going to escape.
Yeah, about 4 more years of this.
Right. If you can survive that.
Trying not to kill myself. I mean...
I'm sorry, you're not trying to what? Papa YouTube heard nothing.
To Kurt Cobain myself.
Right. God almighty. It's ridiculous. Right? Yeah, it's like... This is, and people sit there and go, oh, being in Canada is wonderful. Is it really? Because they're punishing their citizens for wanting to do anything else, but then they punish if anyone wants to, like, not take in new, like, it's ridiculous.
So, also something that people forget is that they say, oh, Canada has free healthcare. No, the fuck we don't.
They don't. You tax like 36% of your income.
Well, my income, I make, so the tax brackets go up depending on how much you make. Right. Up to, I believe it's 65,000 a year. Clear, not like rough amount.
Right.
You get taxed up to 50%. So if you make $65,000 clear, you've actually made $130,000 that year. In my tax bracket, like I make a good amount. I make almost 6 figures.
Right.
I get taxed 47%.
That is insane.
So I'm basically making 50 grand a year, and it's like, oh yeah, sure. Sure, I'm working my ass off for 50 grand. Nice.
Kenny, you have to wait till dinner. It's only 6:40, bitch. No.
Feed the cat. Feed the kitty.
Well, the thing is, ever since we added Luna and Sunny into the mix, the food consumption just like apps. I don't know how, but just those 2 extra mouths. We used to be able to finagle a bag of cat food every 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks. Sunny and Luna changed all that. Like, we blow through food now. It's like 1 bag every 1.5 weeks. And so now, because we're housing his cats, we're like, Ray, we need some child support. That's what we call. So I feel so bad because everyone's like, I'm like, did you call Ray for child support? And people are looking at like, excuse you?
I mean,
Not that kind of child support. Thank you. Thank you.
jeez.
But nothing is free. I live in a third world country. Free healthcare is cheap as shit. Imagine getting a common fever and having to wait 3 hours just to, exactly.
Oh, we don't get to see a doctor within 3 hours.
Like, that's why I love when people are like, oh, America is so horrible with health insurance. I'm sorry. But everyone's like, oh, well, it's great because I don't have to worry about this. But then you've got to reach a quota just for them to do certain things for you. Like, that's bullshit to me. That is bullshit. So, no.
Universal healthcare is just a way for the government to screw something else.
The moment the government has some more control over you, and
you know what's crazy? In Canada, in Quebec, the province I live in, they told people they should seek medical help within the private sector to help ease the struggle that the healthcare is facing in Canada. So they basically admitted that fucking universal healthcare doesn't mean shit.
It just admitted they can't even handle the load that they. Oh.
I
can't.
I want to punch someone.
That this is why I don't support. Right, like I understand. Like, some people are like, well, this means a child can get cancer treatment. Not if the government decides the cancer treatment is not good enough.
Nope, it's still gonna cost you a freaking boatload.
Right, and I have all my friends from Canada saying, "Oh, well, my medicine costs." I thought it was free healthcare. Why are you paying for any medication?
Exactly. My youngest, when she was born, she had an ear infection. And we go to the pediatric, and she goes, "Well, it's going to cost you that much for the treatment, that much for the ointment or whatever." And I'm like, I thought all of that was free.
Right.
And she goes, "Well, no, the treatment is only provided by private clinics, and the ointment is they don't make like a clone version of it, so you have to pay for the real thing." And I'm like, okay. And what is my healthcare for? Well, it doesn't cover that. And I'm like, well, it covers I buy private healthcare from my my job. And they're like, nope, it doesn't cover it. And I'm like, well, it says everything for a child on there, so yes, it does. It covers up to 70%. Go.
I can't see. That's something that bothers me is that, like, if they're now trying to do
Moon, the only cool thing about Canada is the weather.
Canada has a couple of cool things to do, and they got their nature is awesome, but
oh yeah, the nature side of Canada, I would not give up anything for that. Everything else can go freaking jump off a cliff.
Yeah, but frankly, if you want the nature side of Canada, move to Maine.
No. Blue state. No, thank you.
I'm just saying, if you want the nature side of Canada.
No. You know what? I'm going as far as I can from Canada. I'm moving to Texas.
Prepare to be very hot all the time.
I don't care. I'll take the heat over communism.
Right.
Seems like an easy choice to make.
Trying to decide what she should be holding. So, if you guys don't know, this is my character Helga, my death doctor.
Okay, I'm gonna just leave now and let you stream.
Bye-bye. Very well. Thank you for the information. It was very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I have no idea. Rural Maine is pretty. Right, like, he is right. It is a blue state. But that's what I'm saying. If you want to experience Canadian weather, just go to fucking Maine. Who's texting me? Who is texting me? Who dat? Oh, that is not anyone texting me. Why? Oh my god. Hold on, guys. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm discussing something with my boss really quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I also realized I gotta wake up Starman. Sorry. I have to wake him up really quick. Because he has to go grab our dinner from the market. And I'm too lazy to take off my high heels and run into the other room. So I'm gonna call his phone. He has it off. I'm utilizing the dogs since Matthew is not awake. Hopefully that'll work. Wake daddy up, babies! Now you're stuck with me. Matt! I have high heels on right now, so I really don't feel like getting up. Let's see, which one's got... Oh, that's a really thick one. Penny, not yet. Penny, not yet. So, has anyone been keeping up with Tess Holiday? I know I just did a video on her the other day. But is anyone paying attention to her more recent developments? Penny. A wee bit. I just watched. Right. See? Yes, so Natanya and Hunty know what I'm getting on to. Tess, Miss. There's words that I don't allow in my household, like the word healthy, diet. Penny's even upset, I can tell. Is now on an anti-inflammatory diet. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, Tess Holiday, the well over 400-pound ED model, the queen of the fat models. Ring any bells, kids? She is now on an anti-inflammatory diet. But a video she posted right before it said that she was completely healthy in her blood work. Fun fact about being on an anti-inflammatory diet. If you are on one, your blood work is not healthy. Just saying. You are not okay. You are not good. Yes, Natanya, she is that word that I don't know if I can say, or Papa YouTube might smack me like a hoe. The Countess of Cholesterol! I like that. I like that. But then on top, Penny, girl, you're gonna have to be on an ED. Hold on. And so the thing is, sorry, I had to go wake up Matthew because he was just not waking up. To beat Penny like the good mom. No, it wasn't Penny I was beating up, it was Starman. She sat there, and on top of this, so I was talking to Michelle, because Michelle did the video, and I was like, I was really looking at what Tess posted. She posts this bowl that has at least 2 cups of Greek yogurt in it, at least a 1/4 cup of granola and pumpkin seeds and chia seeds, and also at least a 1/4 cup of berries, okay? That alone, let's see, how many calories is in 8 ounces of Greek yogurt? Let's start there. Let me look. Calories in 8-ounce Greek yogurt. 227 calories. And she had at least 2 cups. Because it was a decent sized bowl, okay? So we'll just be gentle and say she had 500 calories alone in the Greek yogurt bowl. Then you move over to her plate of hot food. She had easily 4 eggs worth of scrambled eggs, an entire potato that was, shredded, hash brown style, and pan-seared, okay? And then an entire tomato that was sliced up. Looking at it, I was like, girl, like right there alone, because one potato that is a hash brown style that is done plain, okay? Plain, all right? See, hold on, I'm going to get to this because Chaco, the multiple plates is not the problem. The multiple plates is not, and I'm going to get to why. Eggs, so the cholesterol, there's a big argument around that, Moon, but I don't disagree that it can have a lot of cholesterol if you already have an issue with that. You could have done scrambled egg whites, which would significantly drop it. One large egg is 70 calories. So we're gonna go on because it was a large portion, okay? It was like about that much of eggs. A singular portion of scrambled eggs is about that big. So if you go to about that, it's about 4 eggs worth of scrambled eggs. And we don't even know what she used, if she used oil or butter, which adds more calories. Her breakfast was easily 1,100 calories because the eggs alone were about 300. The potato, we're doing in the low end, was about 329. Then she's got another 500 in the freaking bowl of Greek yogurt. And it's like, girl, you're still not going to get healthier. Yeah, it's an excess portion. Like, if you want to do 4 ounces of Greek yogurt, some berries, some nuts, totaling out to 150 calories, great. And then you do on the side a singular scrambled egg. Maybe I would cut out the potato completely. And right, but I will say baked potatoes are delicious, but you shouldn't be like having it all that for breakfast. Like, it was so much. And it shows how little Tess actually understands food. She just believes as long as she puts all the things, like it was a lot of healthy stuff, doesn't mean it was good for her. And this is why when people try to go, see, dieting doesn't work. Dieting fails. I ate everything I was supposed to. I ate all the healthy stuff. I portioned it out because Tess made it look pretty. And because she put it all on a plate, I guarantee you, if you asked her, she'd say she properly portioned. And this is in real time, watching these people make the mistakes. And then instead of understanding that it is their mistake that they made, they just blame that. Tess puts the hole in Whole Foods. That's rough. Actually, I can even show you. You know what? I'm going to show you guys so you know I'm not exaggerating. Hold on. Because I forget. I put TikTok on my computer so I could download. Fun fact, when I download TikToks on my computer, they download muted, which is so annoying. let's look her up. That's Holiday. I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. Let me get to her page. So this is her originally just announcing. I'm going to get the thing up, and I'm going to share. Hold on. Let me get to the... So look, this is her. That's the whole tomato. I don't know. I know that is going to be the least. So right here, that was originally what she first posted. There you go. So that is at least, if you're looking at that, that is a lot of, that's at least, at the very minimum, 400 calories right there. At the minimum in that bowl. So if you're looking at the size of it, compared to her hand, that is a large portion. Okay? Okay? And if you want to be anti-inflammatory, Tess, you really shouldn't be putting that much salt on there, which causes inflammation, but that's okay. So then this is the video right here. And I'm going to get to the portions. So that's her kids' breakfast right there. Okay? Why aren't you letting me fast forward? Hello. Why aren't you letting me fast forward? So that's her bowl of, again, you can easily see that is well over. Wait. She has 2 kids. Like somehow she was able to get pregnant, but I was not. Of all the unfortunate things in the world. How many sausages? Right. Her child is not old. Her child's like 7. Okay? And those were not like regular breakfast sausages. Those were like those banquet turkey sausages that have a lot of salt and sugar in them. I recognized it. But looking at that bowl, someone made it with her? Damn! Black pudding, that is a, I don't know if she's talking about the, are you talking about the blood pudding? All right, fine, exit page, fine, whatever. When it comes to Tess, that was just, I gotta get that back up. That's annoying. Refresh. Okay, I'm gonna get that back up in a second, guys. Hold on. So that was just the granola. Let me see if I can get to it properly now. Look at this. I want you to look at that. Look at how much eggs that is. That's a whole potato of hash browns, a whole tomato. This, to someone who doesn't know, to someone who doesn't understand, this looks like a great, healthy breakfast. If she cut down those portions to a quarter, because I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. Do you know what I had for breakfast? I had a singular just crack an egg and a coffee, and I was full up until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And in that just crack an egg, I did 2 eggs, so I'd have extra protein. So total, what I've had today so far, I sat down and I calculated it out with, because I had a couple of snacks for lunch. That's what I did. I've had a total of 1,100 calories today. Total. And I know I'm going to be probably at about 1,700 calories total after dinner. It's like she made 4 healthy breakfasts and put them all onto the plate. Exactly. Yeah, the plate alone, if she cut one or the other, it wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, it'd be still a lot. I love just cracking eggs. Starman surprised me with them because the thing is, I love the Denver Scramble. Like, that's my favorite. But it's hard to get. because it's so popular. And so Starman went to the market the other day and he saw like the last 3 and got them for me. And I was so happy. And so once in a while, when I want to make sure I have extra protein, I will put 2 eggs in instead of 1. And that's all the extra that I do, and it's really good. And that's why, like, if you look right here, that's a big bowl. And it's more than halfway filled with just the freaking yogurt. And we don't even know if that's a flavored Greek yogurt or if it's plain. Okay? And then you get all the granola and the seeds on top, which add on, because we don't know exactly how many she used. We don't know. And so the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people in the BOPO movement and a lot of people that get tricked by the BOPO. Sinbad, leave her the fuck alone. They get tricked by the BOPO movement is because they see that and they don't see overconsumption. They don't see that she has too much food. They're saying, see, Tess is eating what she's supposed to. She's eating the healthy stuff. They're not going to see how many calories are there. That if you're operating in a calorie deficit, that's nearly your entire day's calories right there, right in front of her. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And it discourages people. Because then they sit there and they say, see, diets don't work. Diets aren't real. It's all part of the patriarchy. It's all part of this. It's all part of that. Instead of recognizing that maybe you're ignorant to what the hell it actually is. Doesn't mean it's all she's eating. Right. Very true, Choco Hooligan. That is exceedingly and sadly true. Just because this is what she's showing us does not mean this is all she's eating. And she thinks he has... Right. Thank you, Hunty. Thank you. That is the point. She does not see it as BED. I look at a bowl of yogurt like, girl, might as well eat rice with stir. Right. You can eat the yogurt as long as you do it right. You can't be eating that much yogurt and then on top of that, having a full lunch later and then a full dinner later because you're still over consuming. And see, this is a problem that even I face, and I told you guys this, because if you look at that, now I didn't face it in that volume, but this is just as bad as thinking because the food is smaller, it can't possibly have more calories. This is in the opposite idea. Well, these have less calories, so I can eat a larger amount. Same bad idea, just on the flip. Although her size probably, at her size, she'll probably see improvements just by swapping. Right. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with this, Choco. Because I do believe she is going to lose some form of weight, at least a little bit. Because it's just such a drastic change from what she ate. Because she's going from eating 7,000 or 8,000 calories a day to eating 4. So she's going to see some drop in weight. And she is certainly going to see a drop in inflammation. That's without doubt. When you stop eating Taco Bell and you stop eating Little Debbie, you know, you stop drinking all the time. You stop having Starbucks, which is another thing she gave up. You're going to see a difference because Starbucks has a lot of calories to it. Because again, they're not using natural sugars. They're using sugar. They just need to get that stuff pumped out to you. And so, I'm going to use the thicker one. Let me see. That's the medium thick one. That's what I want. I understand how difficult it can be to make these kind of changes. More than people realize. I truly do. I get it. I especially get that it... hold on. Babe, when are you leaving? It's having a problem? Okay. Let's see. From what I've heard, Taco Bell used to promote both. But no, Stars and Starbucks is fine. You're fat back. I like how you did it like boutique. I eat Taco Bell a lot less today than I did a few years ago. I still buy bean burritos for protein. Right, like if you are in a pinch, I get it. Totally get it. This is like difficult to work with. I didn't realize how big this brush would be.
We're only able to put in one of each, so I'll just do that for now. That'll be plenty for tonight.
But I want to make sure we have leftovers, love.
Yeah, but I'll do this tomorrow or something.
Do you want to use my phone to do them?
Try.
Do the other, yeah, do that first. See if it works. Whew. So as an ex-Starbucks stooge, I can say that Starbucks gave me PTSD, although I do miss experience. Right, it sounds like they were fun to experiment with. To me, it sounds like she has the mindset of a child. You all know when a kid does what the parents say and then they do it wrong, go, see, it doesn't work. Right. I have a lot of fast food in my neighborhood, so it's kind of ridiculous. Right, but again, where you live is part of that problem. Because what they're doing is they're chasing out small businesses. And the only small businesses that are remaining are the expensive ones, which is the biggest problem of all. So when you're sitting there and you're trying to be healthy and you're trying to be smart and all that jazz, but the only small businesses are the big expensive restaurants that, like, you know, they're Michelin star and shit like that, or they're the hot places to go. It makes it much more difficult to eat small business. And then you start having to go to these fast food places. And that's what a food desert is. That's the problem a lot of folks don't realize. And I'm going to do a reaction video. I just did one about Josh Weissman. It's going to come out this week. I've got to edit it tomorrow morning and tonight. Hoping to actually get it all edited if I can, because it was a pretty simple video. But I found out that... Did you guys know Mexico is one of the top consumers of Coca-Cola? And, like, it is so ingrained in the culture there that they use it in Christian, like, ceremonies. If you go to, in certain areas of Mexico, on all of the graves where the flowers are held in is fucking cut open Coke liter bottles. Like, but what I found funny is they said, oh, well, they're not going to trust you. You're an outsider. You're not Mexican. But they love Coke. Well, when did Coke get there? 1994. Okay, excuse you. You're telling me that these ancient tribes in Mexico, who've been there for thousands of years, won't trust an outsider. What the fuck you think Coke is? What the fuck you think Coca-Cola is? It was invented by a white man. USA has holy water, Mexico has holy Coke. Like, when I tell you guys, I just watched this and it was insane. And like everyone is saying it's literally the Bopo, but like Mexico style. They're all sitting there saying that the diabetes is, all of them know like double digits people with diabetes. They all are dying early from diabetic and fat related illnesses, and they're going, oh, that's stress, it can't be the Coke, even though the increase happened literally around the time. And I'm like, they're saying Americans are dumb. I'm just saying, all of you remember what is how America is the dumbest. These people are literally saying that Coca-Cola has magical properties. Come on. Honestly, Hannah, that doesn't make a difference at this point. Venti size, safe to say to them, girl, the biggest sugar rush, right? So it's like, I personally rarely drink coffee out these days. Like, I always drink it at home. Partly because I need the honey. And partly just because it's cheaper. It is way cheaper for me to buy a $4 box of coffee pods at my local market and make myself coffee every day with my local honey so my throat doesn't hurt and my immune system gets boosted. I would much rather do that than have highly processed, refined white sugar, these syrups with God knows what in them, The only time I go to Dunkin' now is like I will get like when a new flavor comes out, I'll get that one coffee because I want to try the flavor. But mostly, do you know what my favorite? I want to see my fellow Americans. See if you guys know me. What do you, if you know Dunkin' Donuts menu at all, what do you think I go and get at Dunkin'? I'm curious. Starman, don't say a damn word. He's very wisely shutting up.
It's not going through, so I'll just have to do it again tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
For some reason, I keep saying something went wrong.
That's so dumb. All right, well, be safe. Love you too. Be safe. The only reason I go there. So pumpkin spice is only during the fall. I'm talking like if I go on a regular day. You're all correct on one hand that yes, but I'm talking like food-wise. If I'm gonna go to Dunkin' and I'm gonna get food, what do you think? Because yes, Hannah actually got that correct. If I go for coffee, these are the two flavors that I go for. How'd you know? That's the two that I go for if I'm gonna go for coffee, but that's not what I meant. Like if I was gonna go, that's one of the few places I go for fast food still. I want to see if you guys know the menu and know me. I'm just curious. What do you think I go and I buy? My God almighty. Hendrix! Because it's the mom answer? Ew. Applewood Long John? What is that? I've never even heard of that. Boston cream? Nope. Nope. As a matter of fact, Natanya, I hate Dunkin's bagels. They're so terrible. Nope, don't. I used to get the hash browns. I don't get those anymore. And my mother loves Boston creams. I hate them. Way too sweet. So if I go to Dunkin' and I get anything, my number one donut is a plain glazed. Every time. I will either get a plain glazed or I'll get a strawberry glaze. For food, I don't know. Maybe it's a regional thing. I always go get the egg bites, which is literally just a pure ring of egg, or an avocado toast with bacon. I don't even know what a Shipley's is, so no, I have not. I used to get the wake up wraps, Hannah, before I whatchamacallit. Before I really realized about the whatchamacallit, just how much calories they had. Yeah, I used to get wake up wraps a lot. And I will say, I tried it just because I had to. They now have a pancake wake up wrap. I like the egg white ones a lot. What I'm mad at is what I used to get was Dunkin' used to have this multigrain bread and this egg white with veggies patty you could get. And so what I'd always go and do is I would get the multigrain bread, I would get the egg white patty with white cheddar and bacon. And that's what I would go and I'd order from them. Or sometimes I forgo the bacon entirely. And then they stopped carrying all of it. So I had to rearrange what I order. And right around the time they stopped carrying it, they brought out the little egg bites. And Choco should know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it tastes like a McGriddle, Hannah. The pancake wake up wrap tastes like a McGriddle. See, Choco, you know the egg sous vides from Starbucks? Dunkin' released these egg bites, these omelet bites, as an answer to it. And they are healthier than the Starbucks one. And so, like, if I am out and I need to eat, sorry, I'm making sure I do the line properly. If I am out and I need to eat, oh, you didn't have those there? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, they are good. But if I was out and I need to eat and I have no protein, I usually stop by Dunkin' and that's what I get. See, I don't think you're the neglected Starbucks country. I think we all are because none of us are Japan. Japan wins every time. I hate it so much. Like, for fuck's sake, we are where you started. The coffee there is stronger? I believe it purely because Starbucks coffee is weak as fuck. It relies on the sugar it adds in. They don't rely on actual good coffee. Like, every time I have Starbucks, it just tastes terrible. Japan got all the wild deals of fast food. For real! They really did. It's very annoying. It's deeply annoying. Yes, it's 120 pounds. I do the egg white bites and a black coffee. It's easier on my stomach because I have terrible IBS. See, agreed. Like, me just getting the egg bites is so good. But I'm surprised you don't like the whatchamacallit? The avocado toast. Like, that is so good for me. I enjoy it so much. Before I finish that hand. All right. I want her holding something. Like something floating. Chai lattes are really good, but they're so sugary. They said weak as fuck. Like a basic bitch. How dare you, Chris? Basic bitches imitate me. Thank you. Thank you. I think I'm going to do her side. Should I redesign? See, I didn't like the pink drink, Natanya. Butterfly gently resting on her finger, but it doesn't make any sense. It has to make sense to her character. She's the death doctor. I haven't tried it yet, but definitely will the next time I'm out. Is Chris wrong? Yes, Chris is wrong. Floating flame. But again, that wouldn't make any sense to her character. I think I'm going to do her scythe floating. Like a little tiny version of her scythe. What about a skull? I don't know. Make it a moth or a termite? What? What if I can be a symbol of hope for the life she takes? But no, that's too much. I want it to be simple. I want it to be simple for her. I think I'm going to do this. I need to redesign her scythe, I think. That's one thing I think I need to do is redesign her scythe. I just don't know what I'm going to do about it. Tiny vulture. Scythe and blue flames. I might do the scythe with the blue flame. That I might do. There. Lame. Bite me. Tiny human figure getting burned alive. No. She's not like that. She's kind. Helga isn't that kind of death doctor. She's aesthetic. She's not that kind of lady. I can't lie, though. The whole thing happening with Gothics, guys. I'm kind of grateful I'm not very popular right now. Because isn't it weird that right after YouTube lays off 100 liaisons, that shit happens? Oh, bye, Chris. That's why I suggested a butterfly, you meanie. It doesn't make sense, though. It's just cute, but it has to make sense. No funny. She will draw a floating tiny micro bad drag. Sure. Except no. I'm really proud of that line. Considering my hand has been suffering from carpal tunnel shivers all week, I'm really proud of that line. You know, let's say new levels, new devils. I have not, but symbolism is fucking lit. It doesn't make sense. It's not her symbolism, though. See, the problem is that, like, I don't know what's going to happen with YouTube because, like, right now, they're more concerned with saving themselves some money. Like, I think they don't care about their content creators anymore. They're more concerned with getting legacy media to pay them those contracts than they are about what really made YouTube in the first place. Like, what made people want to come to it? They want to get legacy media to sign contracts with them, thinking that's going to get people to come to YouTube, but it's not. If legacy media could not get people to come to legacy media on regular TV, people are never going to want to. But the thing is, Hunty, I'm not denying that they've always been kind of shitty to their content creators, but now it's come to a point where they don't care about any of them, even the big ones. Even the big content creators, they're like, we don't fucking care about you. We care about the NFL. And it's foolish. Because the biggest draw to YouTube was everyone realizing they could become their own boss, that anybody could make their own money by putting things online and connecting with people. YouTube when we girl was watching Princess Diaries in parts and see, for a lot of Americans, especially because it was so intrinsic in our culture, YouTube was watching the everyday man become their own boss. It was, we were taking the power away from Hollywood. You could become famous in your own right and nobody could tell you otherwise. Like, it was big deals in that sense. You could grow your own company. You could build your own brands. You could make your own animation. You didn't have to do what the industry told you to do. You could make your own rules. And that was a lot of things that YouTube opened up for people. And I don't think people want to admit that today, but that's exactly what it is. It opened up the ability for us to sit there and tell legacy, we can do it ourselves. We don't need you. And now the problem is that that's what made it so popular. Go back to the first principles. Prioritize the users and they'll do good, but yes. I watched Cinema in Tokyo Mew Mew English dub episodes in half. Right. That was definitely a part of YouTube. Won't lie. Pirating. I will not tell a lie. I agree. But you guys are also younger than me. You have to remember, and Chaco, don't even fucking do it. But you guys are all younger than me. You got to realize when YouTube first came out, it was just incredible that you could connect with people like that. You could literally watch a video about somebody from all that, and you weren't watching America's Funniest Home Videos. You weren't watching these things on TV. You were just somebody at home posted the video, and you could connect directly with that person. And then if that person did well enough, not only that, but then you can help support them. They could become their own boss. Like, these are big deals. YouTube was the Wild West and it was awesome, right? Of course YouTube is younger than me. People being people helps with connection, not whatever TV got going on. Exactly. And see, now they've lost that, and I don't think they realize it. They have lost a lot of what made YouTube so enticing and so endearing and what made people want to support it. If you take away the content, there's Stars on You're a Legend. I'm drawing at the same time. Ooh, that's awesome, NT War Machine. YouTube was really crazy back then. It was a different monster. And that's the thing I'm talking about. Is like, the thing is, I don't think they realize people are not loyal to YouTube. People are loyal to YouTubers. And YouTube doesn't understand that. So they think if they start producing, like, why do you think Hell of a Boss is so popular? How do you think Has Been Hotel? It's not because it was on YouTube. It's because a person made it themselves with their own money, crowdfunded. They created this, and then they made it available to the public. They beat the system. YouTube doesn't understand that part of it. All they see is the fandom and the money that comes afterwards, and they think, "Oh, that's because of us." No, you were the medium in which it was produced. But it doesn't mean you are the reason. It doesn't. What do you guys think? I haven't done a floating head in so long. Look at how good my girl look. Stunning. That's my Helga. Also, doesn't YouTube get a cut of each? Right, they always have. But now they're trying to get a bigger cut, which is another problem. That's why they push memberships so much. They push memberships more than anything because that is a whatchamacallit. That's a bigger cut for them. They get more money because it's a an annual. It's a monthly payment. And what the problem is they're believing that if they can get enough people to do memberships on a person, they can get it on legacy media, and they're not going to. As if she had a butterfly, it wouldn't. It's okay though. Exactly. Like if I told you guys that I had to go somewhere else, I know a fair portion of you would follow me to that somewhere else. But the thing is, right now, YouTube is the biggest payer. I'm not going to go to Kick because Kick is purely streaming, and Rumble is just really confusing. I've tried and I don't understand it. Maybe if they stopped adding stupid stuff, I know. Isn't that odd? If they just focused on what is important, they would get stuff done, but that's asking for a little too much. Is it just me? Is it just me, or did you mishear the lyrics? Hands in the skies. Hands in the guy? I definitely did not. What song? So, okay. Helga is done. Now I have to do a smaller version for Playco. The heart button. That they got because of Instagram. That's one thing I don't like. They all keep copying each other. Any song with the lyrics hands. I've never heard a song Hands in the Sky, but that's hilarious. I heart the videos because it's cute. See, I can't see it. Where I stream, I can't see any of those hearts. I can't see most of what you guys are doing because I do it on Restream. I can't see that shit. So I have no idea what it looks like. I guess I was just batshit insane as a kid. Let me go see, as a matter of fact. Now I'm curious. Let me go look at myself. I'll make sure it's muted. Go to my channel. Muted. New timeout lengths. You can now put people in timeout for 10 seconds to 24 hours. Oh, God. On the Has Been Hotel. So I'm seeing it now. I'm on there and I'm looking at these. I see a little celebratory. That is definitely all Hunty doing all that. That is all Hunty. Let me see. Can I put my own emotes in there? Yes, I can. Don't forget, guys. You too, if you join, can get those amazing emotes for yourself. Oh. But whatchamacallit, I will say that the Has Been Hotels show has a lot of issues. I'll be first to say it. Because it does. There is... Let me get the basic of play goes. Actually, Placo's head smaller because of her glorious, glorious hair. The problems that it is facing is exceedingly rushed, and I mean exceedingly rushed. So, it's a musical, and I get it. When it comes to having a musical, sometimes you're gonna have random parts where it's a little cringe, but singing is happening. There is a whole singing part with Vaggie and Carmela Carmine, and they posted it on their Instagram. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys. It's that sad. Hold on. Close this out, because I left a comment and it was enough that everyone agreed with me. So let me go to this. I'm gonna make sure it's muted. I'm gonna show you guys. It's so cringe. It's kind of sad. Let me share this to you. So they say this: we're not crying, you're crying. And I wrote, we weren't crying. We don't understand the conflict. We barely even know the characters. And if you look, everyone is saying the same thing. We're confused. The song was good, but I don't know why it was there. Mini conflict, felt rushed, sad, very forced. Anyone else was disappointed in the show. Vaggie's voice is beautiful, but I'm just saying now I'm surprised. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, it's just boring. Right, like, they did this. It is the definition of blowing your load too early. The definition of it. When you do this kind of thing, and because I don't want fucking Amazon, Adam is in the one hand, Adam is a very cool character because I like asshole characters. On the other hand, Adam makes no sense. And the other thing is, like, all I heard for years was Hellborn. Here was the trade-off. To be a Hellborn was essentially being a being in hell. You were not immortal, but you did come with certain benefits. You could have kids. You could live your whole life. Okay, makes sense. Being a sinner, you're supposed to be immortal, and the only thing that can kill you is an angel. Yet ever since Has Been Hotel has started as a show, everyone's able to get killed. And now they're talking about Carmela Carmine, that those two women with her kids. How? So there's a lot of there's a lot of inconsistencies and indiscrepancies, and it's like the problem is a lot of times, and this is the same problem with with Hell of a Boss, and I've had this discussion before. They pick and choose when their rules and their laws and their lore is valid to the story. And I went over this with the fucking sins. The 7 deadly sins are anything but. To begin with, they give everyone this motherfucking, like, an imp is so low, you're fucking an imp. Oh, it's such a low class. It's such this, it's just that. Beelzebub is literally dating a hellhound, which is so low class, they trade them like animals in the shelter. No one says a word. Not a fucking word. The 7 deadly sins are the least threatening characters in the whole fucking show. They say that Beelzebub is somehow more threatening and more dangerous than fucking Alistair. How? That makes no sense to me. Because these are the embodiment of the sins, the very sins that send the sinners to hell. Meaning, no matter what, these beings should be more dangerous, more bad, more evil than any sinner. Yet no, these are wholesome people that suddenly respect gender nonconformity, and they want you to give consent, and they will absolutely respect classism. Like, what? Shut up, Natanya. I will say this. I did not vibe with Has Been Hotel truly until two moments. One, when they started putting Alistair more on the screen. Fucking yes. Stay Gone. Amazing. Stay Gone. Such a good song. I've listened to it so many times. And then the episode with now you know why Starman makes me go off on a rant. The fourth episode was really good. The fourth episode was the first time that I genuinely felt the story. But even then, there was a moment where Husk is like, we're only 4 episodes in and you're telling us all these secrets about them. You've only been open a week. How is everyone going and drinking with you when in the first episode, Vaggie was all angry that there was even a bar? Oh, that I am very unpopular in this opinion. I do not like that they got Brandon Rogers to play her. They should have kept the original voice actress, who, by the way, plays the clown sirens in Hell of a Boss. Katie Killjoy's voice was awesome before. You don't need to insert, and I love Brandon Rogers. He is a great actor. He didn't need to be in fucking Has Been Hotel at all. That was 100% fan service for only the crazy people in the fans. And he said, well, I will tell you right now, you need to watch the other 3, if for no other reason than to get to the episode, the 4th episode. It is insane. But the best part of the show so far, which I already knew it would be, is Alistair, who is my favorite character. But the best song released for Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel so far is not even officially by either entity. It's by the original voice actors. And the original voice actors released a song the day it premiered. And guys, I sobbed like a baby. It was such a good song. I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to go to my playlist where I have it. Where are you? So you can see which one it is. It's called Thank You and Good Night. It's by Black Griffin. I'm just going to share the screen really quick so you can find it. I'm addicted to this song. It is so good. It is by the original voice cast of Has Been Hotel. The ones who helped get this whole thing started. It was written by them when they found out they were going to be recast. By the way, these are my 2 favorite songs from the series so far, followed by these 2 songs. But these 2, fantastic. But this is the best song, in my opinion. The best. Like, this has been phenomenal. And what bothers me is that it is not official in any way. It was a goodbye from the cast to the fans. Addict, I actually don't like. I don't see the hype. As a matter of fact, I hate the music video. I find the music video so cringe for Addict. I know I'm unpopular in saying that. I understand the voice of the CEO character. Right. Here's what I will tell you. Poison is good. But again, I actually don't enjoy Angel's singing voice, which ruins a lot of it. And it feels very forced. When he's talking, he's like, I like your poison. Like, you can hear him very trying hard to sound like a New York gangster. And it's very... All right, I'm going to post the thank you and good night. How do you feel about Hazbin Hotel's version of Heaven and the Angels? That also is very confusing to me. Like, again, and this is the biggest part that it pisses me off. When everyone thought, this is for a thank you and good night. I'm posting it right now. So thank you, good night is right there. And to, let's see. Let me share this. Share. Copy. Paste. That is to Loser. That is my second favorite. Well, Loser Baby, but... And then to Stayed Gone. Copy. Paste. But anyways, well, I'm pasting all 3 songs that I like. For me, I liked the message that Addict and Poison gave. But to me, the only enjoyable part of Addict was Cherry Bomb singing. That's first of all. And second of all, I despise the dancing scene so much. I literally fast forward past it every time because it's so fucking cringe. Like, there's no need for it. The outfits are ugly. They look terrible. And there's no point to it. Like, I hate it so much. I know it's meant to be this big roll-up scene. It just looks dumb to me. Like, it's so pointless. And with Poison, did you see Netflix Avatar trailer? I did. But then I found out that Bryco no longer are a part of it. And now I'm, like, not okay. But yeah, so when it comes to Hazbin as a whole, number one, there's a reason why I'm not in the fandom, because it's fucking cringe, and a lot of what people will drool over, I'm like, this is not good. And it's why I don't like this is me personally. I hate the feminization of Angel. It makes no sense to me why he is so effeminate. I don't enjoy it. And like, whenever they draw him, where clearly you can see when he dresses for himself without being a hoe, he dresses pretty normal. And yet whenever they show him, when he, like, whenever fans draw him, like with Husk, for instance, like they really want him to bang Husk, they always draw him like a girl. Like, they draw him in mini skirts and push-up bras. And I'm just like, why? It's again, it's cringe to me. It's really cringe. And in the bad way, not even the good way, not like an enjoyable cringe, but just like, you're just fulfilling your own fantasies kind of situation. I just don't like it. Like, at all. It bothers me. And then when I feel bad, it's like, everyone, what do you like about it? And I'm like, well, it's not what you like, I promise you. Honestly, I don't care for Hazbin Hotel. It doesn't work for me. Also, I can't find the character funny. I find, like, Alistair is my favorite. I find him hilarious. There is a scene where Vaggie tells him to get rid of Serpentis's eggs, and he says, not a problem. Then she goes, humanely. He goes, well, that's a little less fun. And fanfic is better than fan art. Neither. That is an oxymoron, because neither are good. Neither are good. And it's just overall, like, you have to have a really dark sense of humor, and you have, like, to begin with. And I have a very dark sense of humor, so I can enjoy them on that aspect. I'm trying to get the overall idea. This is going to be Placo's. Because they think he's non-binary. He's not. He's just gay. I'm sorry. Choco. Ew. It's called Hasm because someone nod to the phrase has. Yes, exactly. That is exactly why it is NT. I like fan art, but fanfic is bad. Right. But it's like, they very clearly call
Angel a guy. Try to take it from the fandom of has been. I do. I 100% do. Because it's a. In the last 30 years, fandoms have become just really gross. The internet really ruined most things people could be fans of. And I think the true turning point was Harry Potter. Harry Potter fandom, and then you follow it up with like Steven Universe. You follow up like Harry Potter, Naruto, Bleach, these fandoms, Homestuck. Once you get these people going, and I don't know why, but Charlie sounds one Poppy from right. I will say, so I don't know who that voice actress is. She sounds a lot more like Poppy now. Good voice actress, but I still prefer the original. Like, I prefer the original cast on all fronts. Fandoms definitely ruin shows. It's disgusting. Also, we got 10 minutes, guys, and then I'm getting off. But I just personally, I can't anymore. I do not wish to be a part of fandoms. I talk with you guys because I like you guys. And because obviously you support me and you're very reasonable and you can hear a different opinion without like foaming at the mouth. But it's like I tried to take part in the fandom with Steven Universe. And it was just so... It was so a thing. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about in terms of cringe. I played a game called Tekken. I know of Tekken. And all the characters are really attractive, but the thing is the fandom will say everything. Everything is sexual. There is no... And this is coming from someone who makes sex jokes all the time. We will stand and stalk you and cancel others. Hell out of the characters. It's fucking cringe. Like, there are characters who are 16. Right! Fruits Basket. Oh, that was really bad. See, that's the problem. It's the Steven Universe. But that's the problem. Steven Universe fandom was just the most publicized one because they were the youngest. But you gotta realize something, Dylan. The Harry Potter fandom was worse. So much worse. It's just, we all got to theorize when we were younger. So by the time the books are out, all that shit is done. There is no more. But look at how crazy they went over J.K. Rowling. How all of them now try to say Hermione was black and all these different things, even though J.K. Rowling is the one who cast the fucking movie. Twilight. Oh, I forgot about... I think I, like, cognitively try to forget Twilight exists. I absolutely do. What's the was? It still is. I will say this. I can understand why someone would go like... The only fandoms that I was even remotely a part of was the vampire girl thing. You know, like the oh shit, I can see it. Lestat. Someone help me. Queen of the Damned. Shit like that. Inuyasha was the closest I got. Oh, and Dragon Ball Z is a whole other thing. I'm just positioning where I want her hands right now because I'm gonna fix it later. But I'm gonna have her putting her crown up over her head. So I'll work on that next week. I'm gonna have jewelry hanging off her arms. And the Why Mom Sex Twilight fanfics. Wait, so cringe. So bad. I might not even have Plako's eyes open. I might have her just like the Bamf that she is. Yes, I said Bamf instead of badass. I might just have her like so confident in her role that she's just like raising her crown above her head. I was at the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. I didn't even realize. Oh, and bronies. Oh my god. How did I forget about bronies? You are right. Oh my god. That is it. Like, again, I think I've like purposely cognitively ignored. But you know what, Natanya? That's the one. That's the fandom that I would say I really almost allowed myself to get sucked into. That's it, kids. Because I was that one watching those compilations of when people would make the videos of My Little Pony, right? I'd watch all that stuff. And then I'd see them do clopping. And I was like, oh, no one actually does that. But they do. I don't regret. Okay, so I will say this. I don't regret being a brony. Because, or a Pegasister. Because I wasn't one of that. Okay, like I wasn't that. And yeah, I doubt you were either, Moon, because you're way too logical. MLP. Like, I'm sorry. It is good. Like, you will never take away what I like. Like, even though I hate the fandom and I hate what a lot of the fans are for Steven Universe itself, great show. I enjoyed it. My Little Pony, same situation. If I like something, you can't take it away from me. Chaco, I will take away all of your power. Every ounce of it. You hush your mouth. So you know about the craziness of the Five Nights at Freddy's, they all respect Scott. And that was something that bothered me, that there's a lot who don't. See, I don't believe it was subpar, but there's a lot about it that I still have questions for. Like, I'll pick it apart all day long. All day long. Let me ask you a question, though. If any of you are even remotely knowledgeable about Steven Universe, how many of you hate Lily Orchard? That dude is the most... Wasn't his name originally Jeremy? How many... Or Jerry? How many of you hate Lily Orchard? As a human being. Even had 3 OCs, I now changed the OC design to something better. Fan-fucking-tastic. We love that. We stand that, Moon. Yes. But if you were a brony, or if you were in Steven Universe for the last decade, you had to have seen at least one Lily Orchard video. I don't want you going to his page. He's a tranny who likes... How do I put this and make it monetizable? Steven Universe Future had a lot of potential. I really don't like Lily Orchard. As a human, I don't like Lily Orchard, but especially I don't like his beliefs. Like, Lily Orchard is one of those people that literally says, he's like, this show is okay, but it'd be far better if everyone was a lesbian. All the time. Right. Okay, see, so Moon, come on. Moon knows who I'm talking about. Moon knows exactly who I'm talking about. Lily is one of those people who makes commentary on all these things. I got my mustache. Oh, no. Yes. Pizza. Exactly. Pizzagate kind of situation. It's one of these. Lily has written fanfics about the Cutie Mark Crusaders being deflowered. Okay? Like, he into that shit. He wrote clopping fanfics with underage ponies. Okay? And he's just like overall, guys, like, when I tell you, he's a disgusting human being. I recommend looking up videos about him. Yes, that was actually true, Moon. I've watched several around the time that Creepshow art got exposed. That was around the time that they exposed him as well. I highly recommend, do not go to Lily's page directly. Go and look up the videos about him. There's a lot. Because he stayed under the radar. Like, as a matter of fact, at one point, he and Blair White had similar sized audiences. And he was pissed at Blair. How dare she get an audience as a trans person? Well, maybe because she's not a fucking monster. I don't know. Crazy. Also, Mom, I don't like that you know clopping. I'm an adult, thank you. Just like I know about yiffing. I don't want to know these things. It just so happens to happen. Like, this is the shit that go down on the interwebs. Also, Hunty, you're younger than me. Why do you know about clopping? I am educated in the ways of the world. Young lady. He's not exactly, but sort of, Chaco. Yiffing is still a weird term. I know. What bothers me is like the explosion. Like, furries are like a fandom all their own. It's really disgusting. I knew what clopping was when I was in grade 8. What? Never seen anything graphic to this day. The closest I came was for the longest time. Every time I look up my MLP stuff, there'd be this video that would come up, and just from the thumbnail, you could tell it was nasty. It was a Rainbow Dash, and someone from the oh god, I keep going to go to Thunderbirds, but that's not it. But you know what I'm talking about. Don't. No, because that's a real term. Don't, Hunty. Please, no. Oh, no. I hate that word so much. I hate it so much. You don't want to know what it is. No. Rachel, when I tell you, please, for the love of God, do not look it up. It is on the level of blue waffle. Do not look that word. What Hunty just said, don't look it up. It's akin to blue waffle. Why would you look it up? All right, let's just put it this way. Google at your own risk. No, you'll get put on a list. Clopping and yiffing are Pornhub. That's all you need to know. You sealed her fate. What is it? Rachel, you're the same age as me. How do you not know what a blue waffle is? Oh my God. All right, you know what? Don't look that up either. Stop writing the word! Hunty, stop writing the word! Modern furry fandom has a similar problem with modern LGBTQ. Is too open and accepting. Yes. I'm trying to get that off the screen. Stop. Why did you Google it? Because I live on a hill with sheep and chickens. I don't mingle with modern society. That's now. But what about back then? I was tricked into looking it up when I was 10. Blech. It was old news when you were 10. How? That wasn't the waffle I was expecting. You know what the worst thing is? I believe there was a point where Eggo released a blue waffle. This has been me for like 10 years. We're talking like 15, 16 years ago. We're talking like when I first met Starman almost 20 years ago. You have no excuse, Rachel. I'm serious. What is it? Raven, I mean when I say this, it is disgusting. It is, as Hunty put it, referring to private parts, and you don't want to know. But it's gross. It's nothing to do with something you want. NT War Machine, what it was is they released like a mermaid waffle, but it was the color blue. That's the problem. What is it then? I told you as much as I want to say because I want to eat my dinner tonight. What is clopping? It is prawns. P-O-R-N. But with ponies. I blame that video of the ladies in the cup. Don't you bring... Why is it gone to this? Why has it degraded into this? Yes, can we change the subject? I didn't want to spend my last few minutes degrading into the bad part of the interwebs. Ugh. Here's what I will tell you. If you are watching this in the future, because all of my streams always get rewatched. I did not start it. I made an offhand comment. You continued it. Here's the deal. Don't look up whatever I've talked about. That's all I'll say. as for this, I'm going to start, besides markers, watercolor. Easy. I'm going to keep doing my floating heads. I need to remember to buy more drawing pads because I'm really proud of this, even with my hand being as fucked up as it is. I got that done really good. Here's the deal, Star loves fanfic. I'm very proud of the fact that my hand feels a little fucked up, but I still got this done. The 3 scariest words in the modern age. Safe, surf, search all. That's so fucking accurate. That is such a true statement. Let me see. Who else is in this drawing pad? I've got... Oh, this is from... This is a one I was trying to finish. So this was me getting upset that it was no longer fall. I think I should finish that one. Let me see. This is a picture of Rihanna that I did. Oh, there's another picture of Helga. So this is Helga when I was trying to do my whatchamacallit, commissions. So, oh, Starman's home. I'm gonna send you what I've been working on. Yes, please do. Especially when you forget it's off and you're showing your teacher. No. Oh, that's bad. See now, all right, so I came up with these ideas a while ago, guys. So these are all pin ideas that I had that I would want to see. I like the idea of drink patterns. How cute is that? But, okay, since Starman is home, that means it is dinner time, which he's pretty on time. Very nice. So here's what I will do. I'm going to leave you guys with, yeah, I drew this in 2021. I'd only been a Gothic's assistant for a little bit at that point. Still proud of that damn deer. This was my Christmas art from that year, back when I still had the rainbow hair. How cute. Oh my god. Me and Starman. He looks really Asian. This was my demo I drew for Rescue Me Mondays that I still don't know if I'm going to be able to pick back up. Leo, which, you know, hashtag support. So here's what I will tell you guys. New video out this week. You're going to start seeing more of me again. We are going to start getting more content back up. Again, we are going to start getting more in the Patreon again. And I have a decent amount of members now. So I'm going to start trying to see what we can do for the members. Like, I need to do something for my Patreon people and something for my members. So maybe now with me having all this extra time, I can give you guys something more to go with. So let's brainstorm on it. We have a community tab in my Patreon. You guys are welcome to use it and talk on it and just say some things. Finally, more video food, right? And as for my members, I'll see if I can do like streams just for you. The OnlyFans, but not gross, right? Like, there's a lot of things we can do. So start brainstorming, guys. I want to try to make this work for all of us because I really want to connect with you guys. Like, I hate that I feel so disconnected from my mods and from you guys because I've been running and running ragged for so long. So just keep that in mind. A lot of big things coming up. Just because me and her are not going to New York for our own safety doesn't mean we're not going to plan something. So there is still going to be some kind of meetup. So keep that in mind. And it's still going to be around the same time. So just, again, keep that in mind. Otherwise, guys, new video Thursday. It's going to be about food and about cooking and all that shit. And more content coming. More stuff. Orion knows that I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. But I'm in your fucking basement. What do you mean? If I had a basement, get me the basement first, then I can trap you in there. Otherwise, guys, it's been a great stream. Thank you for drawing with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you guys. Let's do this, guys. I'm ready. I am ready to get back into this. I'm excited. I've missed this. I think we're gonna do good. But I love you guys. Remember to tell people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, guys, I love you. Be safe. Let's do this thing. Have a great day, everyone.